Well, Mary, looking at this game that you had, obviously had an early lead, made 15 field goals in the first half, only 6 in the second half. Just what you could say about holding strong and holding tough down the stretch.
Yeah, we really try to focus in on our defense and scouting teams and everything like that. So to hold them to 45, I know they had a really good second half, but, defensively we did what we needed to do. And then offensively, we really tried to, keep it to 14 turnovers or less. But, I mean, we had 16, which is really good because they turned people over a lot. I mean, St. Francis is the only other team in the conference that's only had 16 turnovers. So even though we weren't scoring, we were taking care of the ball as best we could because they have a lot of different defenses.
You're coming off of January of going 6-1, and you start off February with a victory here. You and Sacred Heart go into this game this weekend, both at 7-1, with the opportunity to be at the top of the conference. Just what you could say about what's to come.
Yeah, I mean, Sacred Heart's playing really well. I'm happy we're on our home court this time, but I think we're really going to hone in on our defense, and they've got a really good player, point guard Pryor. Just making sure we control her, but it's a team game. I think if we come out and we do what we need to do offensively and defensively, we'll be locked in.
Sid, saw you in practice this week hitting some of those deep shots, and then in the game we saw you come out and bring some electricity to the offense. Just what you could say about how you started the game.
Yeah, just getting in the gym, getting that confidence up, and using my teammates to help me out. It's just been great. They've been making great passes.
What can you say about, from your point of view, what it's been like to be on this team, to have to travel so much and have all of that experience that you had non-conference, and then to jump in the NEC and have all the success? How would you kind of reflect on this at this point?
It was a lot of travel, a lot of tough games, but we really stuck together as a team, and we love each other, and we built on that, and it's just keep winning from now on.
I'm going to ask you to do this with Mary right next to you, but what can you say this season has been the biggest piece of advice that Mary has given to this team that you feel like you've taken and you can kind of reflect on whenever you need it?
Just stick together. That's the biggest thing. Stick together through thick and thin, through wins and losses. Just stick together.
Mary, I'm going to send it back to you. It's Sid next to you. Where have you seen Sid improve the most?
I think what we don't see or what you all don't see is her leadership. She's really coming into her own. We talked about her being a captain last year, and, she just said, Coach, I got to worry about myself first, and so I think she did that last year, but now she's taking on more of a leadership role, and, it's going to be able to carry the torch as a leader. But, Sid's an unbelievable player. She can play multiple positions, so she just continues to grow, whether we need her at the point guard, the 2, the 3, the 4, and then defensively, she's been wreaking havoc, in our zone or where we go man.
And in closing here, Mary, for you, when you look at this team and you look at everything that you've been through this season, you've had success since you came here and took over at the helm for Lemoyne, going from D2 to D1. We've already seen that strike from the Dolphins in the NEC that's continued to happen. Just what you could say about the level of athleticism, talent, drive, and just everything that your student athletes have given you here in the NEC.
Yeah, I mean, I think they've embraced it. I think we prepared as best we could. We understood that we were going to be facing bigger, faster, stronger. I keep telling people we took a boxing class in the fall, and hoping to get that toughness, that grit. And sometimes you're going in there against bigger people, and we've been able to take those hits. So I think they've embraced it, and they've just accepted the challenge, and they take it one game at a time.
Said, what's it like for you to have this challenge of Division I this season?
Oh, it's been great. Just seeing new competition and just having to get in the gym and work harder every day.
Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so, the opposing teams coming into this gym really have struggled to score this year, have yet to give up 60 on Ted Grant Court. What goes into that defensive identity, especially on your home floor, and how has the team been able to just kind of, be so tough to score on?
Yeah, I think, we really try to take it game by game and hone in on what they're great at and, taking away what their strengths are. So, this week, I think in general, there's some things we had to clean up overall, and I think we did, especially in the rebounding category. So we just kind of, we find out what's wrong and we try to fix it, game by game. But teams have different offenses that we're facing, but some of them are the same. So I think that bodes well for us when we're playing our zone. I can say, hey, we've already seen this one for a high set. This, they understand what we need to do when we go against it. So, as simple as we can keep it, we've been doing that.
Yeah. And Sid, obviously the team started out really well today on the defensive end, and then early on you have that first wave of subs. Today was Emily, McLean, and Hayden. How does that kind of the team philosophy extend to everyone on the team, and how is the team able to be so consistently kind of together and poised at the defensive end, no matter who's in the game?
Yeah, it just goes back to that sticking together. We love each other, we help each other out, and we're there on our help sides. We trust each other.
Yes. This was another game where your early shooting really helped the team get a big lead. Merrimack, is another game in mind where you just caught fire early on. Is there ever a time where you're kind of thinking to yourself, all right, I can be more aggressive today, because obviously you do so much on both ends of the floor, and you got to distribute at times, but today was a game where your offense really just powered the team early on. So is that something you have to talk to yourself about, or kind of think about, or is you just kind of going and playing it?
I'm definitely not aggressive on a normal basis. I have to really focus and put in the work and put in that mindset.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.